והגורם לישראל מילו ומדרגה רבה כזו הוא עץ הכזריע בזמן הגלות. And what causes this great level for Israel? It's the involvement in the planting in time of exile, the Mitzrayim of Mitzrayim ubavel. It's the example of sowing some seeds, and the growth that's afterwards is much greater. Or when you plant one seed and an entire tree grows from it with many branches. And the concept is that even though we explained before the concept of from the world to the world, meaning from the hidden world to the revealed world, so from the hidden world until this world, or the Alma Diskalya, the revealed world. And look over there in the Zohar. Nonetheless, the simple meaning of the pasuk, from the world to the world, is the opposite of this. Simply from this world until the next world. Like it's brought in the Mishnah and Brachos, and so to the Targum Yonasan, we say that Hashem's name should be greatened, the God of Israel, from this world until the world to come, meaning it's going from below to above. And it seems that this is the question of the Zohar that says the opposite that's coming from above to below. But the truth is, this is not a question. We can say that both are true. That it explains in another Mamar on the concept of why it says both Yivarechacha and I will bless them. Beis bechinas bracha, that there's two concepts in bracha. Ha'alafu milamata lamayla. First is from below to above. Hainuli hios riboy halos anitzutzos minakochos nefashos elokim sheba adam v'sheba maichalim chulu. That is to have many elevations of sparks, which are the strengths within the soul, within the godly soul of a person, and within the food, that these sparks are within a person and the food, which is the concept of elevating the feminine waters, the feminine arousal toward the Knesset Yisrael, of the feminine concept of the souls of Israel towards above, that it's the souls of Israel that elevate the sparks like a feminine arousal towards her husband. That the source is much higher, and it's coming from what fell down from the breaking of the vessels from the world of Tohu, these sparks. And therefore you have this blessing, this greatening of this purification and elevation. That is when the generation is fitting and they're doing the will of the omnipresent. And that's when you have a blessing that we say, the blessing of Hashem from the world, meaning from this world, from below to above, elevating the sparks in the feminine, in a feminine arousal. And that this is the place of purification, and today to do them, to elevate from below. And it's the person that works on Erev Shabbos that to prepare for Shabbos, they're the one who will enjoy Shabbos, meaning preparing from below to above. And similar to what our sages said, that it's 1 hour of tshuva and good deeds in this world is greater than the world to come, is meaning to say that from here is where it's coming from, that this is the Hadgash, that it starts from here. And look at that Mamar. That meaning to say that the above is listening to and waiting for and hoping for the below to do their job, that the elevation comes from there. Pirshu Bezor, Kedi Pirashnu Bezor, Chilik Beis of Pashas Pekudei Dafresh Samach Alaf Amad Alaf Amad Beis, V'cheinu B'rayim Mehem Naparish Pashas Ekev Dafresh Ayin Aleph. The Baruch Slosu Metatela Ela, that it says in the Zohar over there that Baruch is prayer from below to above. Beis Umash Aidei Halas Mayin Nukvin Azeh. And the second meaning of Baruch is that it's through this halas mayin nukvin. That's when you have a bracha. That's when you have drawing down from the encompassing concept of divinity to the divinity within creation. And Rashi Tevos Rosh Kol Bracha, and that's why Baruch is also the Rashi Tevos, the acronym for the head and the source of all blessing, meaning from above. And this is the meaning of what it means from the world, which is the hidden world, until the world, which is the revealed world. And that's why on these two concepts of blessing, that's why it says, I will bless you, and I will bless you also in a second way, meaning two concepts of blessing. That's why on the coast of bracha, on the benching of the final meal Asid Lava before the Sudas Livyasin and so forth, the discussion of who will bench, David says Lina Levarechulu, that it's fitting for me to bless. Why David Bechinas Malchus Lios Mikor Habracha Milamata Lamayla Zil Alidei David? Because the source of the blessing is from David, from below to above. That David represents the concept of Malchus, of kingship. That the concept of kingship is the lowest level that goes down into the lower worlds to purify and elevate. So therefore, the Torah starts with the Beis Lefishu Simin Bracha, that it's a concept of blessing, that to elevate and go upwards. And we can say that why does the Torah start with Beis? Because Beis refers to two concepts of blessing. That the Beis of Bereishis is the concept of blessing, and the concept that it's two is that there's two kinds of blessing, milamata lamayla or milamayla lamata, both from below to above and also from above to below. V'zeu she'agorem liYisrael ma'ilo madrega zu lihiyos baruch Hashem Elokei Yisrael min ha'olam chuluhu dafka yidei hazriya milamata b'olam hazeh. And this is why what causes Yisrael this great level to bring Elokei Yisrael from the world to the world is specifically from below, this planting from in this world, that the blessing starts below, specifically in this world, through elevating from below in a feminine arousal, and afterwards the blessing from above comes and rests on this from the hidden world, from the higher level of Shem Havaya. That even though without this, Israel is also the middle pole, which goes through the middle minchulu, from the top to the bottom, which draws down from the encompassing concept of divinity. But when you draw this down from Soviv Kol Almin, there's a concept, an external concept, and an inner concept. That first there's the main concept of drawing down just to create the worlds, and then there's the concept of an extra revelation. And so, and we have a saying of our sages that the great extra levels, the extra credit, so to speak, of HaKadosh Baruch Hu is greater than the initial flow, than the initial giving. And the extra bracha specifically comes from the elevation from below to above. So, meaning to say that even though Israel is already drawing down from on high all from the highest to the lowest, because they're the concept of the Bria Chatichon, nonetheless, in order to get the Tosefes Meruba out, so that's the general Hamshacha of creation in Olamos that Israel causes, but to have an extra Riboy Tosefes Meruba Le'ikar, that's from the Halam Elamata Lamaila, the arousal from below, the efforts from down here towards above. And this is why it says, elevate your hands to the holy and bless Havaya. Elevate your hands, that refers to going from below to above, the feminine waters, to give up your soul when you say Echad and Shema, meaning to go from below to above, and by contemplating on the higher level of unity, on the lower level of unity, Bishnei Psukim the Kriya Shema B'Shach Malav, by when there's two Psukim of Kriya Shema and Baruch Shem, Validizeh Baruch Havaya Perush Abracha B'Shem Havaya Liyosis Chaprus V'Kishur Shem Havaya L'Eila Shem Havaya L'Sata. And then you have the concept of, after Surah Yidechem Kodesh, the concept of blessing Hashem, the name of Havaya, meaning to say, after the below arousal from below, you have the connection and from above of the higher level of Shem Havaya, and meaning the two names of in Shema, Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu and Hashem. So you have the two names of Hashem, drawing from, will draw down from one level to the next. Now there's the concept of Hashem. There's a psik between them in Kel Rachum V'Chanun. When we call Hashem Kel Rachum, and this blessing, it comes first from the arousal from below. Shemos Havaya Shebapasuk Rishon Dekriya Shema She'al Deal Halas Mayin Nukvin Mamshichim Abracha V'Hamshachim Mishem Havaya Delaela. And these are the two names that are in Kriya Shema, that from the arousal from below. In Kriya Shema you have the from the Siyur Yidechim Kodesh you have the Baruch Hu Havaya. You draw down the higher level of Havaya. From the higher level of Havaya to the lower level of Havaya, into the Havaya that's in the divinity that fills creation. When the reason we're able to have this elevation and drawing down is because when we elevate, we're elevating from, we're broke from the vessels from the world of Tohu Shesham, there you have a lot of extra light, a lot of light. And that's why you can have this greater flow than you had in just the beginning of creation, because the world of Tohu had this extra light. Similar to planting, and when you plant you have a great amount that grows afterwards, more than you sowed, like we said in the beginning of the Mamar. And this is that I will plant you in the land. That why does it say I will plant for me in the land? Meaning to say that this is a blessing within Shem Havaya itself, therefore it says this is reflexive into me, that this is all a hamshacha into Shem Havaya itself, from the one name of Havaya into the other, so to speak. Hashem is saying that this is a hamshacha into me. וגם אמרו רז"ל ברבos ויקרא פרשה בייס כל מקום שנאמר לי אינו אלא בעולם הזה ולא בעולם הבא. And this is why it says in Medrash Rabbah Vayikra that any time it says li, it's only it does not move, not in this world, not in the world to come. That's why it says it doesn't move from this world and the next world, because this blessing is coming from one world to the other, meaning to say that it unites the concept of Alma Diskasya, of the hidden world, and Alma Diskalya, and the revealed world.